Itong droga, wala itong katapusan. And if somebody there with the bleeding heart, drug is fueling the terrorism in the South. That's why we have a lot of promising drug lords there again. And Visayas is becoming doon palanding eh. Kasi kung mag-kidnap pa sila, it's a burden. They have to, it's like ibagahe, karga-karga pa nila ang victim nila. But ang droga, and they know that ang Pilipino gago, some but not all. Maski alam nila masisira sila, kakatok sila, may pumunta pa dito na doktor, umalis na ba? Buang na black na sinabi niya ang shabu hindi daw makasira sa ulo. Kaya pala pumunta dito yung putang inang yun, sira ng ulo. At mag-a-announce dito. I was just listening to one of the stations and I heard the idiot, another idiot in this planet. Imagine saying that shabu cannot harm a person. Samantala pagpapatayin mo nanay mo, pati tatay mo na yung guardian angel, nagbubulong sa iyo na. So he's retiring. I think it's really by May, June ka no? So, puro military halos. Si Roy, pati siya. May isang bakante pa, madagdagan ko pa ng isang military, kumpleto na yung hunta natin. Sila na kayo sa magkudita. Nandiyan na kayo na. Pagod na ako. You know guys, you might think that I enjoy travel, jetting in and out. When you are old, saka estudyante pa kami, talagang, ayan, si Susan, yan, ang tiga abang sa amin dyan sa domestic noon. Ako si congressman, I had to go home. I hate to travel because it makes me dull already. Even if you are tumatamaan na ako ng jet lag. Would you believe it, at one time we were talking sa bilateral, I think it was in, where was that, sir? For the first time in my life, kaharap ko yung Prime Minister, natulog ako. Ginising ako niya sa Mr. President. Sabi ko, I was just thinking aloud. Di ba talaga kaya? That's why I brought my family to tide me over. It's about time that if you can shorten my term to 3 years, talagang okay sa akin. Totoo. Pagwa ng they might decide to punta na lang muna kasi maraming tarantado eh. Di patinuin na muna nila ang Pilipinas. But I assure you that just let me announce. Yung mga oligarchs, and they are known, they're about ng Inquirer, ng Dunkin' Donut, siyang may-ari. Nakakuha sila ng propiedad for 25 years. It was renewed for another 25 years. And they have a tax liability of 1,500,000,000. Walang bayad-bayad lang. And when you are editorialized, you are pictured to be the #1 robber of this country. When as a matter of fact, it is really itong who are privileged by family connection and political idiotic patronage. That is tatasanong binggansa. I will recover and I am appealing to all Filipino, the oligarchs. Talagang sisirain ko kayo. Return the property of the people and pay your tax. Because I need it to build houses. Yung housing ng pulis, inagaw pa ng kadamay. Sabi ko, I called them, sabi ko, huwag na kayong do not, just shut up, I'll just build you another one. And we will continue to, whatever little money that we can have. Sigurado na nyo, corruption is, wala. Hindi talaga ako papayag. Hindi talaga ako papayag. Mag-away na mag-away kami. You have to terminate everybody. I will terminate everybody anytime. You look outside. It's about 105 million Filipinos. Marami yan kayong mga pulis. Kayo. Marami dyan naghanap ng trabaho. There are a lot of criminality graduates. Criminology? Waiting to be employed. I will not hesitate to fire you all. Papasukin ko yung mga bago na gustong makatrabaho and those who want to serve. This time it's all Filipino. My endeavors is all Filipino. Ako mismo, President, I do not accept my allowances. Sweldo ko lang. I do not sign any voucher giving me an allowance of sweldo ko lang. Kaya huwag kayong humingi sa akin, kaya pareho lang tayo. Maghanap kayo ng iba ng may pera. So, that's my... Anything else?
Sir, you mentioned there's still... I'm sorry, I have to go back to the appointments. Yung DFA, sir, na lang po yata ang bakante. Baka po meron na rin kayong natitignan pangalan. And I understand si General Anyo is supposed to retire in October. How soon do you want him to assume his post as DPI?
I want him to complete because there are projects which he has to... No, at this time. You cannot just pull out somebody in the armed forces, especially those who are tasked of programming what will happen next and the remedies that we are supposed to be ready. Dito sa DFA, I remember I signed an appointment just before I left my room, and I saw the name of Senator Cayetano sa DFA.
You signed it today, sir, before you left?
No,
Okay.
itong hapon lang na to.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
So the others.
Good afternoon, Mr. President. I'm Catherine Valente from the Manila Times. Sir, we'd just like to know what's your marching order to Acting Secretary of Environment, Mr. Roy Simato, particularly po on the issue of mining.
You know, in a meeting, I was already having a cabinet meeting, and I remembered Simato was there in front of me. And also I remembered na de facto lang siya. So I cut the meeting because I sabi ko, with your indulgence, sabi ko magtindig muna tayong lahat. And, sabi ko may kafgo dito sa kwarto natin. Hindi ito regular. It's just a kafgo. Tingin sila sino? Eh, si Mato. Wala namang ranggo yan. Hindi pa na siya. Sabi ko, iswear na natin. And in this short response, sinabi ko lang, you know, we have been friends. There will never be a time that I will call you for any favor for anybody. All that I ask of you is just to be true to yourself, to be true to your country, and protect the environment. But remember, there is a mining law, and we cannot altogether banish it. Kasi may mining law, it has to be erased from the statute book. Otherwise, it has to be regulated and allowed. Yan ang problema dyan. We want stricter measures. But there's the mining law. So what can we do? The law itself allows it. And if you just disregard it, that would be an impeachable offense.
Sir, regarding to former Secretary Gina Lopez, are you inclined to give her another government post?
Wala pa at this time. Wala pa.
Okay,
Hanap ako ng babae na madaldal. Tulungan mo ako ng hanap. Yung madaldal dyan sa inyo. The most talkative. Hear about.
Good afternoon, Mr. President.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, may Twitter post po si UN Special Rapporteur Agnes Callamard last week na yun daw pong shabu ay hindi raw po nagdudulot ng violenteng reaction sa gumagamit nito at yung shabu raw po ay wala raw pong masamang epekto sa isip ng isang tao.
She should go to a honeymoon with that black guy, American. They should, I will pay for their travel. They should be together and discuss between silang dalawa. Kasi kung ang shabu, mabuti ma'am, kung ang shabu is really in consonance with their pronouncement, siguro beginning tomorrow maglagay ako ng mga ano dyan. Puno ng shabu yan. Dyan sa kanto. Kuha ka lang. Tapos pagdating ng mga media, pag nakursunadahan mo, sige report, di patayin mo. Ay, you know, kung makapabuti yan sa Pilipino, ma'am, binigay ko na yan. Sa totoo lang. Ako na mismo ang magpaluto ng instead of pulbura sa Bulacan. O yung sabay ko sa pulbura. Sabay krake. Paluto ko shabu. Ako na ang maglagay dyan sa sari-sari. Free.
Ay, meron pa pong mga reports na si Miss Callamard daw po ay may kaugnayan po sa American-Hungarian billionaire George Soros. Dahil po naging...
George Soros is really the owner of itong...
Open Society Foundation.
Siya yan. Ngayon, itong projected nila, I will resist it. Why? They have prejudged shabu and announced, scientific, na it is not a virulent chemical. Pagka ganon, wala na tayong pag-usapan. Bakit ba ako idemanda dyan sa ICC kung kayo mismo, anak ng putang ina, sinasabi na ninyo, ngayong shabu, hindi nakakasira ng you have prejudged everything and you are referring to the core of the complaint against me. Why would I go there and hang myself?
Sa pagpunta po ninyo sa Russia sa May 25 po, hihilingin niyo po kay President Vladimir Putin na hihingi po ba kayo ng payo kung paano po niya ginawa yung pagban ng Soros-funded NGOs sa kanilang bansa, katulad din po ng ginawa sa Hungary ni Prime Minister Viktor Orban?
Yes. We are a little bit prevailing on democracy dito. So, it would look bad really para tuloy may tinatago ka. Just let them in and let them have their time. Gaya nung black doctor, o tingnan mo anong pinagsasabi ng ulol, na hindi daw, as a matter of fact, it's an American forensic study that it strains the brain of a person. Hindi naman atin yun eh. And this guy, disagrees with his government and begins to talk here. And the tragedy, I have not heard there, na ang shabu para sa kanila, it cannot affect the mind of the human being. That's all bullshit to me. That is why I will not talk to them, because my experience until now, and 23 years ago when I became the mayor of Davao City, was always a lot of violence and killing because of shabu.
Thank you po, sir.
Sir, good afternoon. I have two questions. First, we see si Madam Hanilet and Kitty are here. Magkakaroon po ba kayo ng R&R, bonding time with your family?
Yes, because it's vacation time. And I said, I find it hard to, I have some medications to take. I do not want these nurses na police na pasok-pasok sa kwarto. So I handle it as a nurse. And she can very well take care of me. I mean, I would rather have my wife giving the medications. Kasi, strangers, they go in and out. Alam mo, pala pag presidente ka, na yan, kukunan ka ng BP. Kasi wala kang sakit. Kukunan ka ng pulso, tapos lagyan ka na yung oxygenation meter. Pala ka talagang nasa pasyente. Tapos susulat nila yan. Because they are required by law to do that. Kasi wala kang sakit, hanapan ka ng sakit para mamatay ka. That's the idea na magkasawa ka. Kakasawa ka sa...
Sir?
It's an extravagant attention. Just because you are president. Kung panahon mo na talaga. Hindi na madala yung blood pressure niya. When it's your time, it's your time.
Sir, on another note, the U.S. Embassy issued another travel advisory to its citizens regarding reports na baka may kidnapping sa Palawan. Any assurance na...
Well, we have spruced up the place, both physically and the strength of the security forces. My order to the security forces is to shoot them on sight. Patayin. Do not waste your bullet, tapos we take care of them sa hospital. Expend your bullet to finish the problem. Because it is really a problem. It is a problem of security, law and order. Pag nag-enkwentro kayo, patayin mo. Marami tayong Pilipino. Next year, madagdagan to, mga 125 million na tayo. We can always replenish the supplies. Huwag kayong do not worry.
Mr. President, our last question is from Joseph Morong of GMA7.
Hi sir, para
Yes,
po
my
sa inyo
friend.
na manggaling yung appointment regarding the appointment of Ms. Mocha Uson.
Ni sino po?
Kay Mocha Uson, sir.
Si Mocha? Yeah.
Para sa inyo na po manggaling, sir. Whose idea was it? And
Mine.
Okay, sir.
Mine. Well, there's nothing wrong with the woman or the girl. She's bright, she's articulate. And if it's just a matter of dancing, she was not dancing naked. She was during the campaign. A little bit sexier than the other. But that does not prevent anybody to deprive her of the honors that they deserve. It's a matter of intellect. Yung pagkasayaw niya, hanap buhay yan eh. That's hanap buhay. There's no law which says that if you expose up of your body with shorts and a bra, you are disqualified from being the president of the Philippines. There's really no. At utang na loob ko yan sa kanila because they offered their services free. At the time when wala akong pera, because they believe in me. Now it's my time to believe in them. And you can listen to her, you can debate with her. Tignan mo yung Facebook, and she can have a very structured mind. So what's the problem?
Sir, thank you for your time and have a good flight, sir.
Every Filipino should deserve a chance wherever or whatever. Walang problema yan sa akin.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. Thank you so much.
Daghang
Mr.
salamat
President.
at ingat kayo ha. There's a committee to take care of you. It's Attorney Kitain, Roy Simato, and Justice Secretary Vic Aguirre. They would be the caretakers sa gobyerno. Huwag kayong there is Simato, It's very good. Salamat.